Today I'm going to get into a little bit about, health. I mean, I want to applaud everyone here today for coming here to be involved in learning more about health and yourself and, making yourself a better person, because a lot of people are right now probably sleeping, have a hangover, whatever that may be. But, it's important, and I'm going to get into a bit of herbs, but I'm also going to get into just other supplements, just so, I notice like a lot of things, people just making things simple. In a lot of neighborhoods, you're not going to commonly find like herbal shops where you can buy sage. I mean, you can get ginger at, your supermarkets, or like St. John's wort. I mean, just different things that you can buy. I mean, you'd be surprised that the small things that grow even in the crack of a cement, like in New York City or out here in Hempstead, that are medicinal plants that really can help you heal yourself from different ailments. And like, just for example, many of you have had Ludens before, right? Like for your cough. Okay, so that's supposed to stem from a wild cherry bark. If you actually get the wild cherry bark, that's actually going to help you from, refraining from having a cold. But as we know how modern medicine is these days, like that wild cherry bark is far long gone. All you're tasting is some cherry and sugar, and you're sucking on something like a lollipop, basically. So, one thing I'll say from you to carry on from here is definitely be mindful of what you're taking and read up on what you're taking, like what you're eating as well, because nowadays it's very important to take supplements, because you have a lot of products now, a lot of even foods, GMOs, that don't have the same nutrients and supplements that they had years ago. We also live in a life that's very, very stressful. At times, say decades ago, people weren't working 80 hours a week. Now that's just like a commonplace. And you have so much different, you have so much energy going around here where people have lack of sleep. People are not sleeping 8 hours a day. Luckily, if people are sleeping 4, and people are channeled in different energies from like social media, TV, everything that's just keeping you live wire. So it's very important to, to take supplements. I always suggest taking, I call the daily essentials, which one, calcium. And calcium basically, people probably don't know, if you get back to chemistry, is a metal. And there's also 4 different types of calcium. And many vitamins that you get from like GNC or CVS, you're probably only touching on one type of calcium. And again, I would say it's a metal. So you could probably take a Centrum or anything like that, and actually, if you were to do a test, which I'm going to do right now just to show you, I'm going to get back to the basics of like your old chemistry class, basically if metal is a conductor, if you put it in water, if you put metal with water, it's gonna create electricity, like light. So what I want to introduce right now is, this is a product called isotonics, and isotonics means same pressure, and this is calcium plus. Now, same pressure means it's equal pressure, so you can basically take this with water, a capful, which I'm going to show you, and it absorbs within your body within 5 minutes. Unlike most vitamins that you take hours, and this you take on an empty stomach. You don't take it with a meal. And if you, I mean, I have a lot of friends that are radiologists, which means to people who take x-rays, and the most common thing they see in people's bodies in their stomach are tons of vitamins in their stomach, because they haven't absorbed. Because it's not you are what you eat, it's actually you are what you absorb. Because you can eat a whole bunch of stuff, but if your body's not absorbing it, then it's not doing anything for you. So I'm going to show you, like, so basically what you do here, and the reason why this dissolves and absorbs in 5 minutes is because it comes in powder form. Unlike most people I'm sure a lot of people take supplements here, probably most of them in pill form, right? Yeah. Okay, liquid, good, yeah. So I just take a capful here, and that's about 375 milligrams. That's all you really need for calcium. I'm going to pour in this cup. I'm gonna add some more water to it. Basically, if you were to buy the product, like it's the same thing as using this right here. Like you can just you can pour the powder in here and you pour it up to the water up to here. Okay. I'm just doing it here real quick. I want to make sure that all the powder gets dissolved. I'm going to take a tester. Basically here, if it is a metal, the light should go on. The light goes on. Now, if someone had another calcium brand here, like a Centrum or something, I guarantee I've done the test before, it doesn't light up. So therefore, you're not really getting all the calcium that your body needs. Okay. And you can do this with a lot of different products that have minerals in it, because most minerals contain some sort of metal. I want to also go into. I just want to make this simple for people, and simple in the way that you can get products that are actually going to work for you, and it's not, you're not concerned about necessarily having to go to an herbal store. Like, these are products that you can just base that are really helpful for you. Again, I'm going to go to daily essentials. So, it's also important to have a multivitamin, a calcium, omega-3s. Omega-3s are based off of, some people know, from fish. In particular, a lot of people say salmon, okay? This one right here is more potent, and I'll tell you why. This comes from fish that are higher up on the level of the water, so you like your anchovies, sardines. And the reason why they're more important, because just think of it logically, when things come in the ocean, like toxins, they sink down to the bottom. So if the fish that are more close to the bottom, they're going to be eating more of the toxins. These fish are so close up in the water, they're not eating all that. They're not preying on that. Like, that's why you say, like, a lot of people, when you eat like crustaceans, like, they're not really healthy for you because they're the ones feeding off the bottom of the sea. So that's why a lot of people, it's not being surprised of being allergic to different seafoods. I mean, I can tell you, I was allergic to seafood, and it'll lead me into another product here that's called OPC3. OPC3 is the powerful antioxidant and anti-inflammatory supplement. I'm a living testimony of this. We're getting into springtime, hay fever, pollen. A lot of you guys here are runners. I am too. So I used to come in the house after going for a run, sneezing like 50 times in a row. I took this for about 2 months straight, and after this, I stopped sneezing. Like, I wasn't affected from my allergies. I'm 42 years old. About 15 years ago, I grew allergic to seafood. I used to eat it all the time. Like, I started breaking out in hives. My throat would swell up. I'd have to drink like water for like a half an hour for it to just get done. After I stopped sneezing with the allergies, I said, you know what? I'm gonna try to eat some seafood. My friends are looking at me, oh, you're bugging. Like, we don't want to take you to the hospital or anything. I'm like, nah, let's just try it. I tried some seafood. I'm able to eat seafood now from this. Basically, what most people don't, when you have an ailment in your body, it's most of the time there's an organ or something that's inflamed in your body. And when you can get rid of the inflammation, therefore, that's when you become more healthier. And that's what this comes from. It has red vine bark, grape seed extract, and pithogenol. Pithogenol is a chemical from a tree called the maritime tree that's located in the south of France. And it's basically solely where it is. And it's like one of the most powerful antioxidants that you can find. And this product right here, OPC3 here for isotonics, they're the only company that is able to use pithogenol in a powder form all over the world. From this company here, it sells about $3 million a week, because that's how many people benefit from this. I mean, I know people from having high blood pressure. A friend of mine actually Gail, who invited me here, who thank you very much. Her goddaughter suffered from asthma all her life. She came into work one day because I do some work with her, and her eyes were all puffy. I was like, man, you look sick. And she's like, I gotta go to the doctor. So my asthma's bothering me. I said, give me 2 hours, I'll come back. I came back and gave her this. I said, start taking this and see how it works for you. She started taking it within 2 days. She came back to me, she's like, I don't know what this is you gave me, but thank you. Yeah, yeah. You could take this as a teenager and on, but they have also a product called Spectrum that has the same type of product that are for children, yes. Yeah, so now not to say that that's gonna work for 2 days for everybody, but it's just showing that the product works. Many of you are also runners, so I'm a runner too. This is called Prime Joint. I know I beat up my feet. I've ran 3 marathons, and you know it's no joke. You know, and what you do. So this, and for people maybe who are getting older in age, like me, young at heart, but age, but you know, this helps for people like a lot of people who've had arthritis, just joint discomfort. Like for me, it's been great. I've dislocated 3 fingers just from sports all my life, so it's definitely helped within that. Actually, Scottie Pippen endorses this product, and he endorses like all these products for these here. They like any celebrity endorses them for free, like because they believe in the product. It's not that they get paid for it, that they absolutely. And you get, let's say, Domino sugar. Your brain has had something before that's absorbed it. That's like, oh, I need this. This is healthy for something I need. Now, a Domino sugar doesn't have all the proper nutrients in it, like let's say raw honey. So what your brain is doing, like, I recall this taste, I need something within it, but it's not satisfying me, so your brain's saying, keep giving it to me, keep giving it to me, keep giving it to me. So that's why you have people who are just eating a lot of sugar, keep eating sugar, 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 and actually sugar is the more lethal item than salt in our society right now. You know, I mean, everyone's saying sugar is, and read your products, because I mean a lot of this stuff is going around is bleach sugar, and it's bleach like your Clorox, yes, with sugar. That's basically what it is. Like it's not rocket science, yeah. So if you could start shifting your diet a bit to getting just other sugar, like you can get brown sugar, I mean just get some natural, there's natural sugars that you can get. It's worth paying the extra $1 for it. It is. I mean, like a lot of times people go like to GNC or they go to CVS or go to different places and they're like, oh wow, I can get these omega-3s, I can get 5 bottles of this for 18 bucks. There's a reason why you're getting 5 bottles of it for 18 bucks. It's like going to McDonald's buying 20 McNuggets for $4. Are you getting real chicken somewhere for $4, 20 pieces for $4, unless it's a farm, which is cool. But there's a reason why. A lot of the food that you're eating nowadays is just processed, not real food. I mean, I hate to break it down to you. Like, if a lot of you here eating fast foods, it's probably a taint of real food and mostly just garbage or ammonia put it in it and put flavoring, like chicken flavoring rather than an actual chicken. Like, for example, I'm from Trinidad and Tobago. There's a difference, like, I'm sure a lot of you here, of course, have had KFC before, all right? Down in Trinidad, they'll say 100% local chicken, fried chicken. I guarantee you in any KFC here, you will not see any of that thing because it's not even chicken. If I had time to show a video for you, I could show you video like nowadays even how they're feeding chickens is basically, they're not giving you the corn feed. They're basically giving you like manure from the cow and feeding the chicken the manure, and it's processing from that. You know, I'm sorry if it feels a little graphic, but I think it's just stuff that you need to know because a lot of people don't know these items. You know, probably a lot of you here sit here and have a busy lifestyle, right? And I'm sure someone here has had 5-hour energy drink in the last 3 weeks. Well, here's something called Awake. And this is something that you could take in as an alternative to 5-hour energy. Because 5-hour energy has a lot of different just type of toxins in it that's just like, it'll destroy your body if you keep taking it. This has some caffeine in it, yes, but it also has a lot of B complex, which gives you, it's a great source of energy. You could take one of these and it'll wake you up. Like, I know people who, I was just with a friend last night, he's like, yeah, I took a 5-hour energy drink last week and actually I want to go to sleep because it's just like, you know, it didn't do anything for me. Like, I just started jittering a little bit. I just want to go to bed, you know. So just be mindful of what what you're drinking, what you're eating, even to the fact of bottled water. Bottled water, there's different laws now where, number one, the bottle's made out of petroleum. And there's petroleum that's in it. So a lot of these trucks nowadays, when they're shipping the products, are heated. So when they overheat, therefore, the petroleum is getting into the water. So it's tainting the water. So 9 times out of 10, especially in New York, tap water is pretty good. The tap water is probably better than some of the bottled water you're drinking. And depending upon the law of the state, if you're getting in certain places, you're able to have a certain amount of like debris in the water that they're able to bottle. Yeah. Calcium at night, I don't think it really makes much of a difference. I haven't really.
Milk, and I know that I don't get a lot of calcium from the food I eat, so I thought.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that about milk. Thank you. Milk, that's like the biggest lie that's been told to you about calcium. Like milk actually breaks down your bones. Yeah, it breaks down your bones. It has cow's milk. Yes, cow's milk. Yeah, okay, thank you. Like if you want almond milk, if you want milk, drink almond milk. Soy milk's okay, that's not bad, but a lot of soy in your life is not really great for you, but almond milk is excellent. But yeah, like the actual like pasteurized cow milk, that's not giving you a good source of calcium. You can actually eat food that gives you better source of calcium than the milk, yes. Goat's milk, I'm not really sure. I would also say, where are you getting the goat's milk from? Yeah, I mean, opposite? Yeah. Yes. You can take absolutely all of them, yeah. And like with these products here, like if you order these products, you can take them all at once. Like you can put the pot. It's just the ratio of the amount of water to the product. So it's like to about 2 ounces, about 2.5 ounces to every capful. And like for example, for the OPC3 that I passed around, when you take that, that's based on your weight. Like you'll take 1 capful per 75 pounds of your body mass. That's what makes it more effective. There are a lot of other products in here that from Isotonics that I have outside. You know, if you're suffering from even like loss of vision to, I mean, any type of systems, like I can sit there if you know, these products that help diabetics, even lack of sleep. There's something called tryptophan that actually you could take before you go to bed and you'll have a restful sleep. Even natural, that they have a line called Prime that helps for anti-aging. Even greater, take one. Yeah, I mean, I can show you all that stuff outside. One thing that's very good for regulating your blood sugar is called isochrome, and you could take that actually with the OPC3. And then there's another one called ORAC that I'll have outside that actually is like the extract from all your fruit foods from your blueberries, strawberries, blackberries, and everything. And you know, again, like it's very simple things. Like this is not. I mean, if you really care about your health, I mean, I say health is wealth. No matter how much you want to get rich and everything, if you don't have good health, how are you going to enjoy the money you make? Right? Do you want to be light up in bed as a millionaire, or you want to be rolling around, traveling the world, running marathons, running races as a millionaire, right? Yeah, so, again, I applaud every one of you for being here today. Thank you. I want to thank you, Gail, and thank you, Eileen, for the opportunity today, to speak to you guys. Just one last thing, again, just make sure, our community, a lot of times, we haven't been told a lot of things, and then things get passed down as far as habits, So, just, it does help just to read up on some of the products you're taking, like some of the foods that you're taking, what the ingredients are. We live in the internet age. It can take you 2 seconds to type in the word and Google it and just read it. Make